Right now at 6, La Crosse Fire Department discusses winter fire prevention.
And Wafer Food Pantry is caroling for a cause.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A La Crosse man has been released from house arrest after a fatal January stabbing. 39-year-old Anquin St. Junius is charged with reckless homicide. He was released from house arrest but will be GPS monitored at all times. According to police, in January, Virgil Stewart of La Crosse was stabbed in the chest following an argument on 7th Street South. St. Junius was found guilty of another stabbing in 2012 and was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
The former high school coach accused of secretly taking intimate photos of students has taken a plea deal. 34-year-old Seth Milkey pleaded guilty to 5 of the 10 counts that he faced. Milkey was a former coach at Assumption Catholic High School and was accused of using a spy camera to capture video of students at his home. Sentencing for Milkey is set for February 10th. He is currently out on a $25,000 signature bond.
The wife of the Wisconsin man accused of faking his own death is divorcing him. Court records reveal that Ryan Borgwart's wife, Emily, filed today. Police say Borgwart faked his own death on Green Lake in August and fled to Europe to meet up with a woman. On Tuesday, he came back, was arrested, and is facing obstruction charges.
The sentencing of Adam Fravel will be televised next week. A Minnesota judge made that decision today. He is accused of killing Madeline Kingsbury in 2023. Kingsbury's family and friends also asked the judge to broadcast it. Minnesota state law usually bans cameras in the courtroom for any legal proceedings.
Well, it's definitely a very cold Thursday in December here with temperatures barely above zero. The good news is the wind has backed off this afternoon, so the wind chill won't be a factor really much going forward, and that's the positive news. And this will probably be the coldest night or for quite a while as we look at our temperatures will begin to climb up. Overall, there's your high temperatures, barely above zero in Ladysmith to about 10 degrees in Prairie du Chien. All in all, it's about 10 degrees below our average low temp for this time of year. Lows this morning, all single digits below with a few colder spots up to the north, especially we're in the 10 to 15 below range. Now, high pressures overhead, all the precipitation is pushed to the south. That cloud cover that we had a little bit this morning is also pushed to the south. And the system that we're monitoring for the alert day is really out of the pictures into the southwest or going into the Intermountain West right now. So this evening, we're not expecting any issues other than just being cold with wind chills just a little bit below the actual temperature, but all in all, not much of the wind out there. Similar story for Eau Claire, too, a few degrees with steady temperatures as we continue to drop below zero there as we go throughout the evening hour. Overnight temperatures will once again be below zero, a few of the colder spots being close to 10 degrees, but once again, you will not have that wind chill as much. The winds will be lighter, so more like that. But otherwise, once we get past a quiet Friday and not as cold of a Friday either, we do have a wintry mess coming in fact for store for Saturday that could definitely impact travel plans, and we'll kind of time that out a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg.
Well, the colder temps and dry air can increase chances for house fires. The La Crosse Fire Department has some safety reminders. They suggest inspecting chimneys to make sure they're clean and free from wildlife. Also checking the expiration dates on fire extinguishers, smoke alarms, and CO detectors. And applying this rule when using fireplaces and space heaters.
Our favorite phrase around here is 3 feet from the heat, whether that's a fireplace, whether that is a space heater. You want to make sure you're keeping that area clear. On cold nights like last night, it's going to be tough to not want to put on that space heater, but make sure if you're not in the room, you're turning it off.
McCormick also suggests getting a space heater that turns off if tipped over.
There is an opening on the La Crosse County Board. Kevin Hoyer, who represented District 24, has resigned. He has moved to a farm outside those district lines. Hoyer won re-election to the board in April. People interested in that county board spot have until Friday, January 3rd to submit paperwork.
Council members will vote on changing up parking changes in La Crosse tonight. The change would drop requirements that set aside a minimum number of parking spaces for residential buildings.
December is National Impaired Driving Preventing Month. The holiday season can be dangerous times on the roadways, so the month aims to bring awareness to not only the effects alcohol has on drivers, but also drugs and drowsiness, both of which can impair driving.
To plan ahead, so whether that is designating a sober driver when you're going to an event or planning for a family member or a friend to give you a safe, sober ride home, it's imperative that we really plan ahead.
So those officials reminding everyone impaired driving is absolutely preventable. According to Gunderson Health's latest study, more than 1,000 people died in impaired driving crashes in 2022. That was the most since 2007.
La Crosse's Pink Palace is one step closer to demolition.
Now, that move would make way for new housing development. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the latest. Grace.
Ken and Emily, tonight La Crosse's Common Council will vote on the demolition of the building known as the Pink Palace. The space will make room for a new housing development called Haven on Main.
Project that really serves a population that we do not have housing in this way in our community.
In January, the J&A committee approved the 74-unit building geared towards people with disabilities and local workers.
And just because we don't see as many folks going down the sidewalk on wheelchairs or with canes, I think that's a sign of how complicated our assumed built environment is.
The $22 million development will address the city's need for more inclusive housing.
Some of them are entitled to reduced rents, and there are not always a lot of landlords willing to take those forms of housing. So it's a constant struggle for people who qualify for that type of housing.
The project has received mixed reactions. The property was built in the 1800s, and some believe its history should be preserved.
I don't think the Pink Palace will be existing in the way that it did previously, regardless of what the future looks like. And I think that this is an important project for our community to be able to provide some really incredible quality housing to adults with disabilities.
But city officials say it's a necessary change.
And I think we also are at a critical point in our housing stock where we have to be able to make changes.
If someone doesn't have personal experience with that world, they may not fully appreciate just how stressful it is on other family members and caregivers.
Developers plan to honor its history by incorporating elements from the original building into the new structure. The council will also vote on a grant application to help fund the project. If approved, they could receive up to $250,000. Ken and Emily.
Hey, Grace, live in the newsroom. Thank you. Wayfair Food Pantry is caroling for a good cause. The Christmas Carol competition, hosted by Thrivent Choice Organization, features 5 nonprofits competing for $15,000. Other competitors come from Madison, Wausau, and Milwaukee. Wayfair has posted the video of their carols on their YouTube and Facebook pages. The food pantry says the prize money would go a long ways.
$15,000 is a big deal. That is a lot of meals. Also, we had a cooler breakdown recently, which is going to cost us $15,000 to replace, so that would be the prize right there.
Wayfair is currently in 4th place, so get your votes in at Thrivent Caroling for a Cause. Votes will be counted until Saturday.
An American citizen has been found in Syria.
What the Biden administration is doing to bring him home after the break.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Christmas sale, and we're spreading holiday cheer with unbeatable deals on festive favorites and unique gifts for all the originals on your list. Like collectible popcorn tins, just $5.99. This new DeWalt cordless snow shovel, $129.99 for rewards members. For those who love their vehicles, assorted automotive interior accessories, buy 2, get 1 free. Plus, now through Saturday, Blaine's rewards members get a free $10 Farm and Fleet gift card for every $100 purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
A1 Vacuum Sales and Service has been part of the La Crosse area for 75 years, and so we thank you for that opportunity and for supporting the area's largest vacuum store for all these years. Our mission is to provide great service and offer quality products that stand the test of time, and we will continue to be part of this wonderful area we call home. Leave a legacy that isn't plastic in a landfill and support the store that supports you. Thank you for your business.
A1 Vacuum. Our business is picking up.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Carl's year-end clearance sale is going on right now. Save up to 55% on open box and one-of-a-kind appliances. Save up to 70% on one-of-a-kind mattresses and floor displays. Save up to 40% on clearance TVs and soundbars. Plus, we have a year-end blowout on grills and accessories.
So hurry in for best selection.
Carl's year-end clearance sale.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
The end of the year sales event is on now at Osseo Automotive, and that means big selection, big savings. We have some great savings on certified pre-owned vehicles like this 2021 Chevy Trailblazer for $18,900 or this 2023 Chevy Blazer Premier for only $35,900. How about a 2021 Chevy Silverado Crew Duramax for $36,900 or a 2022 Silverado 3500 HD for just $49,900? Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
The Biden administration is working to bring home an American citizen found in Syria.
Travis Timmerman was on a spiritual journey when he disappeared into a Syrian prison 7 months ago. Ian Lee is in his hometown Lebanon, Missouri with the story.
As the dust clears from the political upheaval in Syria, an American has made a surprise appearance.
In the middle of the night or early morning, they came with a hammer and knocked my door in. And there was two men with guns, and then there's another man named Ely, and they helped me get out of prison.
Identifying himself as Travis Timmerman, he said he'd spent the last 7 months in one of the country's notorious prisons.
It wasn't bad. I was never beaten. The only really bad part was that I couldn't go to the bathroom when I wanted to.
Timmerman says he was detained after entering the country illegally on a Christian pilgrimage. After rebels overthrew the Assad government, local men broke down the prison doors. CBS News' Elizabeth Palmer found Timmerman in a house outside Damascus.
When I came to Syria, I was unaware of the political situation entirely, because that's just how I am. I came here for spiritual purposes.
His family had reported him missing over the summer and called his appearance the best Christmas gift.
Did you have any idea that he was actually in Syria?
I had no idea, no. Last we heard, he was at a church in Budapest.
Traveling in the Middle East, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he's focused on Timmerman's return.
I can't give you any details on exactly what's going to happen except to say that we're working to bring him home, to bring him out of Syria and to bring him home.
Blinken says the administration is also working hard to locate American Austin Tice. The Marine veteran was working as a freelance journalist when he was abducted in Damascus in 2012. Ian Lee, CBS News, Lebanon, Missouri.
Lawmakers are expressing concern over the still mysterious drone sightings on the East Coast.
Yeah, the mysterious aircraft had been spotted, particularly across New Jersey, prompting both alarm and head scratching. National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby says at this time there's no evidence that the reported drone sightings pose any security risk or have a foreign origin, and that many of the objects are manned aircraft being operated lawfully. Overdraft crackdown.
What the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is doing to lower overdraft fees.
And yeah, we have a quiet Friday, but we also have a lot of precipitation coming in for Saturday, and one of them could be freezing rain along with sleet and even snow. We'll time out when to expect it and what the roads may look like. That coming up in your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Season's greetings from Wesco and Sparta. Buy one furniture item at regular price and get the second furniture item half off. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys, what are the chances you can fix this?
It shouldn't be too difficult.
So like 1 in 100?
Fellas, I can fix this.
Like 1 in a million?
I can do it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
G and D, yeah!
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 You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, Plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? How about Hi, Grandma. How about
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, sis. Guess who's home?
You made it. Smile, everyone.
Measure your life in seasons of love. Seasons of love. Measure your life in love.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Season's greetings from Wesco and Sparta. Buy one furniture item at regular price and get the second furniture item half off. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, those hefty bank overdraft fees are changing. That is the word from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Their new rule means banks can opt to charge $5 for overdrafts. Right now, the average fee is about $35.
The change will save Americans $5 billion annually. That new rule starts October 25th, 2025.
Man, wasn't it cold today?
Yes, it was very cold. It was very cold, but it was calm, and we do have a bit of a mess coming our way Saturday.
We do.
Sleet, freezing rain, and snow potentially on Saturday.
Whole kind of shebang. So let's get all the details from Greg.
Yeah, we get some of these events here in the winter, and a lot of people will probably take the cold weather over what you might get Saturday, too, especially when it comes to traveling, because we're going to see all of it potentially, too. So that's a hazard. It's really after midnight. For most areas, probably closer to sunrise Saturday morning. Throughout Saturday, too, all that is available. It won't amount to a lot, actually, with snow, ice, but just doesn't take much and with this type of condition, too. And if you remember what freezing rain is when it falls to the ground, it's liquid, but since the ground and the air temperature is below freezing, actually the air temperature can be above freezing, it's the actual surface that can be below freezing, exactly as roads or some metal objects, and that's where you get the freezing rain that can accumulate. So right now, winter weather advisories are not in effect just because it's a little bit too far out. To Mason City, that should impact them. They're about after midnight, should start seeing some precipitation affect that. I would assume we're going to see more of those probably later tomorrow. If you time out when the impacts really are, it gets a little bit in the afternoon, evening is kind of when the temperature should rise above freezing, probably afternoon. So the road conditions can get a little bit variable as we get in the afternoon, given that we're going to see above freezing. But really to the morning to the early afternoon hours is when that snow, sleet, freezing rain, and then it may transition back to just rain or snow as we go towards the evening. The good news is even towards the evening, the temperature still remains above freezing. So I think roads, at least the main ones, will probably be wet by that point. We're not going to be dealing with much wind at all. Visibility could be a little bit reduced at times. We're not expecting heavy amounts of snow coming down at any point in this event either. So if we kind of time it out, it's really after midnight when you'll start seeing some of these bands approach. Now we'll see if this actually can hit after midnight. I think we might be a little bit delayed. That might be a little too fast to get here. By the time we get to about morning, we'll start seeing that transition of any snow will probably transition to some type of sleet or freezing rain. That'll be the continuation in the morning. And where that line kind of holds is going to be a little bit in question. Right now, south of La Crosse, you can start seeing that. And then towards the late morning, we start seeing that warmer air begin to push that kind of that mixed precipitation to snow line a little bit further north. Towards the afternoon, we kind of start seeing a little bit more of a transition to even some rain for southern areas, and then the transition kind of back towards just a rain or snow towards the evening before it kind of wraps up later Saturday evening as it pushes to the east. So once again, it's going to be a lot of changing to this forecast because of just the things that are involved. Ice potential, I think this is probably a better threat as you go further south and west of the area, but we still could see some icing all the way up. Any of this blue shade is just indicating just 1/100 of an inch, which is not a lot, but it doesn't take much to get some road issues going on with that. Almost 1/10 potentially as you go further south. Snow amounts, This is kind of a combination of snow, sleet, and even ice together. So even though it says maybe you could see 2 to 4 here, a lot of that might be freezing rain. It might be sleet and some snow. So as you go further north, it becomes more just snow and a little bit of sleet. Further south, it's a lot of mix. But we will see some accumulation with this. Just won't see a lot with going on. So if you're coming out, all precipitation types are possible. 1 to 3 inches of all the combination of that stuff. And it looks like temps will be above 32 by noon for most of the area. They will continue to be above freezing towards the evening. So I think a lot of main roads will remain wet. Temperatures tomorrow in the meantime, we still got a quiet Friday going on. It's actually going to get a little warmer. That's the good news. Temperatures, there's your highs in the afternoon. As I stated, we're going to be above freezing towards the Saturday afternoon. So we do have some mild temperatures on the way. And the good news, Sunday looks quiet and mild with rain chances Monday. And then we kind of cool back down next week, but nothing like we saw that cold snap that we're currently in too. So pay attention to the forecast. You got travel plans for Saturday afternoon, Saturday actually, because it's going to continually to change exactly what precipitation type we're going to see because we got a lot of valleys, a lot of ridges around here, and that can play a lot of folks.
Oh boy, lots of surprises then that day. We're not gonna, okay.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Bucks are preparing for a visit out west for the semifinals of the NBA Cup. We'll hear from Coach Doc. Plus, Green Bay looking to bounce back after a loss last Thursday to Detroit. Find out which stat could be a decider of who takes home the win. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa because she deserves the very best.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
It's the Friday the 13th sale. One day only. Get 13 of the hottest deals, like ground chuck and lots of matzo pizza. 13 deals that are hotter than hot, including items for under $1. Save big on these 13 deals and more, in-store and online. One day only. Friday the 13th, only at Hy-Vee.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Bring all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with
Well, today is the first Thursday in a couple weeks without Packers football, but it's another primetime slot on Sunday night as Green Bay will be taking on the NFC West leading Seattle Seahawks. The Green and Gold have yet to suffer back-to-back losses this season, and they look to keep that streak alive after they dropped their last game to the Lions in Detroit. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are one of the hottest teams in football with 4 wins in a row. The turnover battle could be a major deciding factor in this one as Green Bay has a +9 differential this year, and Seattle is -4 on the season.
I think our coaches do a really good job of stressing it. I think our players take that and apply it to the practice field. And then when we get our ops in the game, we got to capitalize on them.
The Packers have won the last 2 games between these two teams, but the last time Green Bay visited Seattle, the Seahawks were victorious 27-24. The Bucks wrapped up their last practice today before heading out west to Vegas for the semifinals of the NBA Cup against the Hawks. Atlanta defeated Milwaukee 8 days ago in Milwaukee by 15. The Bucks have won 9 of their last 11 games, though, and have taken the 6th spot in the East from Atlanta, who's at 7th. And Doc Rivers made it clear that winning the in-season tournament was a goal that they had at the beginning of the year.
It's huge for us. I mean, this is what we wanted to do. And, you know, you set a goal and you try to reach them, right? You know, our goal is not just to get to Vegas. We want to win this thing. So we got 2 more games left. But it's good to get there. You got to get there first, and we've done that.
And Milwaukee has some experience at this stage of the NBA Cup as they fell to the Pacers at this level last year. Each player on the winning NBA Cup team gets a paycheck of $514,970. And today, former Brewer shortstop Willy Adames was introduced as the newest member of the San Francisco Giants. In his 4 years with Milwaukee, Adames tallied 511 hits, 107 home runs, and 348 RBIs. Many believe that Bryce Terang or Joey Ortiz will overtake the shortstop position for the Crew next year. We'll be back after this.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Unlike a traditional steel wood stove, a Hearthstone soapstone wood stove delivers consistent heat using beautiful soapstone. Purchase your Hearthstone wood stove before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
All right, the good news for tonight, the wind chill won't be a factor as much, but still bitterly cold. We'll have sub-zero temperatures all the way down to potentially 10. The good news is not quite as cold on Friday, quiet through Friday evening, and it becomes a mess as we go into Saturday.
All right, lots to keep in mind. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.